Hey y'all. Today I'm going to be following a tutorial that I saw from, I think, WASD20 about how to make a fantasy map. And this is just the first part, right? So we're just following their very first video, making a fantasy map, part 1, I think. And I'll link it down in the description below. So in the video, he talked about finding it from somebody else, and I don't remember who that person was because I was more focused on what he was doing than how he was saying it, or how he was saying what the point is. I didn't catch it all the way, but anyway, so what he used for his shapes, right? Because the idea is you put like a whole bunch of something on a piece of paper and then you trace it to be the shape that you want it your things to be. Hold on. I don't have a tripod, so I really apologize. Currently everything's being held up by this box here, so you might see the box and the camera might move a couple times. I apologize. So yeah. So I don't have beans because I live in somebody else's house, which means that their beans and food and stuff is their own, and I didn't pay for it. So I tried to look for beads, and I didn't have the kind of beads, as in BEADS, that I wanted. But I remembered that I had a whole bunch in 2 colors of these. Now, I don't know if it'll focus. I can't tell if that's focused. But anyway, if you had like parents or like a mom or whatever that was super crafty, you might know what these beads are. So you get a couple of them, right? So we have 2 of them now. And I'm going to turn on my light real quick. That will help substantially. So you have these 2 beads, and they're shaped triangularly, and what you do is you put them so that the bulbous parts are in between the bulbous parts on the opposite, or on the other bead, if that makes sense. So they go like this. Maybe it would be better if I did it with a... Yes, okay. Because I have 2 different colors of green to do this with. Alright. There's this. Right? So here's the dark green bead and the light green bead, and you put them together, and then they are stacked in a way like that. Like, focus on the beads. There we go. So, yeah, light, help me out here. Ooh, find the beads. There we go. So you put it like that. And then they are stacked. We're not using the dark green ones today, though, so we don't need to worry. Right. We can still see the full page if it were possible. There. Okay. Sorry. That was a long-ass explanation for what I'm doing. Okay, so he started with putting them on the page. So I'm going to just grab a couple handfuls of these. My handfuls are pretty small. I think I'll start with that at least. Maybe more. I don't know. I don't have a definitive table for this, so I'm stacked on like 3 different kinds of pillows and hoping to not breathe too hard. So I don't really have a predetermined way that my world should look, at least for this campaign thing that I'm doing with my friend Bubby. I call her Bubby. So, but I know that I want areas of water, mountains, all that stuff. And I know the kind of races that I want to have available in there. So I know that I want water for the water Ganassi, and I need woodlands for shifters, for certain types of shifters, I guess. I know I have a character that's a ranger that really likes giants, or that's their favorite fiend. So I need mountain ranges for giants. Just kind of playing around with it, debating how zoomed in my thing should be. Whether or not I should just sort of put it off to one side and then maybe have a couple islands, or I like that shape, so I'm keeping that one. Put that back. I like that shape. I'm gonna keep that shape. Yep. Or, I don't know if I should just making sure that I'm not obscured too much. Or if I should just sort of have the whole country or the whole continent, So I don't know. Just grab some more of these and put it in the big pile so far. Yeah. I need to make sure not to lose these, because if this is good, then I can use these again. Kind of like when you use dry beans and you haven't really wet them or anything, so you haven't ruined them yet. So I always see them touching the sides of the map. So I'm going to put some of these towards where the edge of my map is. And we're gonna do this like this for a coastline. I'm just gonna play around with it. I debated whether or not I should what's the word? I debated whether or not I should have large water masses on the inside of my big one. So we're just kind of faking it till we make it, I guess. I think I like these. I don't know if I like them in that order. So, let me pick up the camera real quick. I have about 5 distinctive islands here. So it'd be... Ooh, you can't see that one. There! Sorry, you guys. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all supposed to be 1. But get that shape I liked so much. With a dip right there. And then 5. With maybe a little bit of breakout, but I don't know. And then this so far is what my move the box. This is so far what my big continent looks like. Yeah. Just this way. Whew. Readjusting everything again because I am incompetent with a camera. I apologize. So I'm really liking the coastline of these islands that I have here. So I'm debating whether or not I should outline them. I'm gonna do a couple. I gotta do a couple of these maps because the girl that I'm playing with has never played before, so I want to give her as many options as I can. But as I'm playing with my LED light, it's a book light, so this is a ratchet situation. So I'm going to outline these islands before they change shape again. Another part of the good part of having these beads the shape that they are is that they end up with somewhat of a more organic looking coastline. So start with this one since it was my favorite. And we'll do whoop this and around. I didn't move a bead. What are you talking about? This way. If you really want to be sure that you have sharp organic lines, you kind of can put them in yourself. So I'm going to remove this so it's out of my way. He moved his at the very end. So, you know, all in fairness to him, but I have lots of beads here in a precarious situation. So I'm moving them when I feel like moving them. So that I get don't have as many beads all in one place. Let's see. So we're gonna go here, around this smaller island. And you can follow as closely to your beads or whatever as you want. I'm just showing that you can use other methods than just having to come up with it on your own. Let's do this one. This one has a craning kind of feature over this way and around. Because I'm at an angle also to my paper, it sort of makes sure that I don't follow it exactly because I can't see. So there's that. And I'll probably add some sharp edges here and there at some point. You know, this is sort of just a basis for your map. Yeah. This one, see, has a couple. Well, you'll see in a minute when I post it up, or when I pick up the camera and show you. But this one has a little bit more of organic edges because of the sharpness in some areas. This one's pretty rounded everywhere, which is okay, obviously, because it's your own world and whatever. This one has a couple sharp edges, but not nearly as many as I would actually personally like. So, you know, we get to decide from there. This one is a pretty tiny island. Pretty small. Maybe like Maui or something. Though, with my luck, Maui's like the second largest island or something. But on the maps, it kind of looks like the size of Maui. I don't know anything about that, though, so don't hold me to it. This has a little inverted here. And then go around the basis and have a little harbor-like thing here. And around. And that one's not connected, so we could make it a teeny island as part of these set of islands. But I don't know. What to think about that? We'll go back over here and continue the line this direction. And around. I can't see. And I want this to be a little inland water kind of thing. I'll adjust. Put there. And put those back where they were. And then go around. Alright. So now we've reached a place as to whether or not this bead is a separate island that's connected to the thing, or if it's a straight up just the same bit of land. Now, so what it looks like from this big continent here is that it's not going to have a lot of hidden bits, you know, not a lot of pieces that are falling off. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep following this and break it off, but be close enough that it's still considered the same land mass situation. I really like that. I made a mistake here, so I'm going to erase it. Don't judge me. I really like that, actually. I think that's pretty cool. Now watch me do it, 2 more times. Alright, so that's our island situation right now. And this... You can see all of them. Lift it up enough. Okay, so this is the north side of the map. Because I'm having to look, because my phone, I have a phone camera instead of a real camera, like a noob. So this is the north part of the thing. So yeah. I'll pick up the thing at the very end. So for this, since we don't have to worry about that anymore, I'm gonna move this stupid thing here so you can see what I'm doing around this area. There, and I can actually see on the camera now. So I have quite a few beads here. And I kind of want a big thing, but I don't, if that makes sense. Like, I want a big landmass, but I don't want it to take up the entire half. So what I think I'm gonna do... Oh, as a note, something that you could also do, I'm not going to do this, but something that you could also do is you could make the island landmasses the size and shape that you want, and then you can cut them out and put them on a different piece of paper. So you can move them around your piece of paper that you're going to draw the big landmass on, if you're going to have one, and decide which format you want so that you can get more interesting shapes. There's something I don't think he mentioned in his video, but I'm just noticing. Okay. So we're going to take a few more beads out, and we're going to do this, because she doesn't know what she's doing. So we're gonna take the eraser bit here, and we're just gonna push it around a little bit. Also, the fact that this is green is kind of freaking me out. So I'm like, oh no, it's all woodsy. And I'm like, no, actually it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a line here, because these pieces of paper are in my binder with holes in them. So I'm gonna draw the edge of the map so I don't get confused. I don't really want islands as far as like breaking off of this. Well, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. You want to do that? You want to add that to our maps? Best commentary, 10 out of 10, would recommend. Oh, or do we want to connect it and have it be like a big roundabout situation? Huh? I like that. Maybe. I kind of do like that. But I don't want the... But where do I end it? Do I pull it up here? Oh, maybe we have 2 big land masses. And we put them next to each other so that they're part of the same nation, kind of like Michigan. I do like this one. We're keeping this one. So we're gonna just... I know I'm gonna mess this one up, so I'm gonna do it first. So I can move things back. And I also like this one, so we're also gonna do this one real quick. We have, like, lakes and harbors and things in hard to reach areas. But we know that they're there, so we move everything back into a place where it doesn't mess up anymore. I like this one being a lake kind of situation. And I like this one. This one has many lakes. This one I think has like 4 lakes in it. 1, 2, 3, 3 lakes, and then a couple different harbor/bay. I don't know what the difference between it is, so if you feel like being smart in the comments, you can tell me what the difference between a harbor and a bay is, or I can look it up on Google. One of the two. If you want to show your prowess in geography, you can tell me. Alright, and then this goes in like this, and around. Go on there. I really kind of like following the organic shapes, because, and if, I'll probably also link to the notes for map making video I saw from their channel. I think it was a different dude. But the dude who showed me this way of drawing your map never said anything about, like, didn't show his face or whatever, so I don't know actually what it looks like. So I don't know if it was the same dude or not, and I can't tell by voices because I'm a lame-o. Alright. That is all done. This section is done. I'm gonna draw this part out. My recommendation, don't actually move your beads before you're done, because that is how you end up with a bad situation. I'm sure there's a harbor in here that I've misplaced somewhere, but also a good practice is to keep your beads or keep your pencil on the paper when you're done, so that you don't misplace anything. Ah, no, let's go there. That's fine. I'm not really worried about it. These beads were for this one, and I can always add beads to that because I didn't outline it. Sorry. I am really dumb. Okay, so we're going to put these back in the bag real quick. If we need some more, we'll just bring them back out. I kind of like the sound of the beads anyway, so fight me, ASMR people. I guess ASMR people, you understand where I'm coming from. People who don't are like freaking out, like, I need so much noise. Then again, I'm also talking, so your ears are probably bleeding. Alright. Okay, so we have a big landmass that is not an island. This is Michigan. I'll probably name this something related to Michigan. Okay, there we go. Just for the sake of keeping a name basis. I wrote a note of what happened. Alright, and on to the final thing. So I kind of like this coastline right now. Which means that I need to decide whether or not this bit here goes all the way down to the edge of the map here, and that bit connects there, or if we're just sort of zoomed out enough that this is by itself a landmass. You know, by, like, how do I say this? This is a continent kind of thing. But if this is the continent size, then those should also technically be continents. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this go off the map, and this will be part of the same world / landmass. You know, like in the United States, Louisiana is all broken up at the bottom, but it's all part of the same place. Yeah. In Africa, or is it Africa? I'm pretty sure it's Africa that has Madagascar in it. So their island is part of Africa, but it's its own named thing, kind of like, you know, South Africa and Kenya and Nigeria and stuff. So I'm gonna keep this coastline real quick. Don't mind me. Just drawing out a coastline. This is real close to the other thing. Whoa! Have you ever wanted to take a 15-minute boat ride across? I wonder how fast boat rides would be. between land masses that are seemingly this close. Oh, wait, no. I want a harbor there. And then there. Okay, so now the question is, do we connect it to the top of the map? Do we go around and do that? Do we do this? What do we do? This one is a kind of a big lake situation. This is also kind of big lake situation. I'll put those back where they were. And that one was tilted that way. There we go. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and then also connect it to the top. Is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to remove these kind of ones that aren't on the outlier. There. 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 And then we're going to adjust these, kind of put them on this side, see where they go. I saw you fly down there. I have you. You don't get to run away. I'm an evil person, don't mind me. Yeah. I should do subtitles for my videos. You can see all the narration, kind of like Markiplier's videos where he's like contemplating a banana. And they're like, should I stick this in my butt? It's not a joke, by the way. People who support Markiplier, you know. You were there. You saw. Don't lie. Okay. Anyway, I'm going up here now. Beep, 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 beep. Nope, I don't want that bead there. I don't know why, but I don't want that bead there. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put this last bead here, maybe here. Yeah, okay. Because there's a triangular piece on this edge here that I kind of want. I don't know if that's a delta, maybe. I think that might be a delta. But it's almost perfectly triangular, and I thought that was really cool. So I'm gonna cut this piece out here and connect it to the side of the map. Yay! Okay, so it's officially grounded on this side. So we're gonna move these out of the way now. Only focus on this edge here. And do we want this to come around this way too? Or not? I think I want this edge to come here, this way, around, and up, and come this way. Yep. Oh, that edge might need a little bit of detailing, but let's see. Throw a couple up there, and I don't know, that way. There we go. That way it's a little more interesting. Alright, put the beads back in the thing, and then we will show you what the official first map looks like. I'm not going to make a second video because these take forever, but I'm going to just tell you I was really excited to do this, and I'm super happy I made a video of it because I get to share it with all of you. And, yeah. Alright. So, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Alright, I'm gonna put this box here. Hold this here. There we go. This is our map, with north being actually at the top. And the box. The box. There. Okay. Woo! And there's the map. How cool is that? And all of that was created by using these beads. These 3-pronged beads. that's exciting. I'm gonna link their video in the description down below. I would highly, 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. This was super cool, and I'm really excited to put everything into place now. So, oof, I look a hot mess. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Till next time.